watching News Desk. My name is Kemini Nyamani Amano. Now, some members of the Swami Spare Parts Dealers Association this week locked up shops belonging to Nigerian retailers. Why they did that? The group went around the Swami Magazine Traders Enclave asking the Nigerian traders to vacate their shops. And it follows a protest by members of the Ghana Union of Traders Association who closed their shops in Kumasi to register their displeasure over the influx of foreigners into the retail trade in the country. Swami Magazine, located in Kumasi, is recognized as the largest industrialized area with many workshops for metal engineering and vehicle repairs in Ghana, employing about 200,000 workers. Erastus Asari-Donko is my colleague from Alaba Firm in Kumasi, who will bring us up to speed. What's changed about the situation since it happened? Hello, Erastus. You're welcome to the program. Hello, Erastus.
I can hear you. Thank you.
Erastus, what's the latest on this matter?
Well, the latest is that, the regional police command gave the Swami Spare Parts dealers, members of whom went around and locked the shops. They gave them an ultimatum to unlock the shops, but they did not heed to that call. And so yesterday, a contingent of policemen went over to the Swami Magazine area, fully armed to the teeth. In fact, they took away the locks and opened the shops for the Nigerians to go back into trading. I must say that there was no resistance whatsoever because of the nature and tact of the police and the way they stormed the place. And so they have opened the shops. The Nigerians are back to business, but there are many of the spare parts dealers who are not happy with what went on yesterday, the full force that the police used over there. And so they are saying they are going to hold a press conference tomorrow to state their stand on exactly what happened.
But do we know why they defied the police orders to open the shops for these foreign retailers?
Well, I spoke with the chairman of the spare parts dealers, Kwame Breja, and he was telling me that they have time and again sent notice to government of the activities of the foreigners and the fact that they are breaking the laws of the trade laws of the country, and it has yielded no result. And so they took the law into their own hands. They describe it as a spontaneous reaction, and they are worried that when they took the action, the police are standing on the side of the Nigerians against them. And so it means that the government does not really protect its own citizens and their interests in the trade area.
Thank you very much for that update, Erastus. And then it brings me to you, DSP Tanko.
ASP Tanko.
ASP Tanko, sorry about that. Thank you very much for your time, all the same.
You're welcome.
So what now? Hello, ASP.
Yeah, I'm here.
What now? What is the next step for the police? Now, the shops have been opened. They are not happy about the fact that the police opened these shops. What happens now? Are we going to see some arrests being made?
No, we are not going to effect arrest now. When the issue happened, we called the people who identified to us as having led the locking of the shops to come to us to have a chat with us on the matter, but they refused to come. We decided to issue them with criminal summons. Then all of a sudden they came. We had a meeting with them. It was fruitful. We thought we told them it wasn't lawful for them to lock up the shops of the Nigerians, so they should go back and open them and wait for government intervention. They agreed in principle to do that. They didn't do so. So yesterday, we went there and opened the shops for the Nigerians to go back to work. And what we are telling the GUTA members is that government is working hard to have this problem resolved. So they should exercise patience. They should channel all their grievances.
I think we've lost ASP Mohammed Tanko there. but we would fetch him again over the telephone. Let's find out. So the laws were broken. and nothing is going to be done about it. We'll find out. Also, you recall that when this happened, the national body, GUTA, decided to launch an investigation into this. We'll find out what punitive measures will be sanctioned against these persons who unlawfully locked up some shops belonging to foreigners. They believe that these people were not supposed to engage in retail business. Now, Erastus Asare Donko, Love FM's reporter, tells us that the shops have reopened, though the traders who locked up the shop refused, the locals refused to open the shops. The police yesterday went in to open the shops themselves. And in a bit, we should speak with George Kweku, for a national president for the Ghana Union of Traders Association. But really, what do you make of this? I'd love to know what you think. I mean, well, at this point, people have decided to take the law into their own hands. You recall that sometime last year, 2 years ago, government itself decided to send retailers out of the market. They locked up a number of shops. And it looks like when government decided to stop, some operators decided to continue. And well, in a bit, I have lost George Kweku Ofori, the president of GUTA, over the telephone. Would put in efforts to raise him again. But some members of the Swami Spare Parts Dealers Association this week locked up shops belonging to Nigerian retailers at the Swami Magazine in Kumasi. The group went around the Swami Magazine Traders Enclave, asking the Nigerian traders to vacate their shops, and it follows a protest by members of the Ghana Union of Traders Association who closed their shops in Kumasi to register their displeasure over the influx of foreigners into retail trade in this country. George Kweku Ofori, national president for GUTA, has joined me over the telephone. Hello, George.
Yeah.
George, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
So George, what's the state of the investigation GUTA has launched into the occurrence in Swami Maxi?
Yeah, thank you very much. I think the Swami market issue arose as a result of a misunderstanding. I will not call it misunderstanding, but it was a spontaneous reaction by members of our organization in Swami Magazine, where they sell spare parts. And this thing came around as a result of some, according to the information that I gathered, indicated that.
George, I'm going to have you hold the line. ASP Mohammed Tanko, Ashanti Regional Police PR, is back over the telephone. We're in a conversation just before we got you over the telephone. So I'm going to have you hold on and then speak to ASP. ASP, thank you very much for coming back here.
You're welcome.
So you were telling us that no arrests were made, in spite of the fact that the laws of the land were broken. Is that how it's going to end?
Hello?
ASP, I'm asking.
Yes, I didn't get the question well, please.
I'm going through it again. You mentioned earlier, just before the line went off, that no arrests have been made. And then I'm asking, is that how it's going to end, considering that indeed laws of the land were broken?
Yeah. You know, this is an issue which has been pertaining for some time. And I know some time back the regional minister instituted a commission to look into it. The GUTA people were not happy because they said it was delaying. We urged them to be patient and wait till the government intervention was due. Then all of a sudden they went to lock up the shops. Yes, for now we are not considering arresting them and prosecuting them because we think there is some sanity now. We have our men who are overseeing the place to ensure that there is law and order.
But ASP, are the Nigerians willing to press charges?
The Nigerians want to hear something from government because when the issue came up, we invited them also, and they came to tell their side of the story. So they are very patient, waiting. And when the GUTA members went to lock up their shops, they came to the police and reported because they wanted the case or the issue to be resolved according to the laws of the land. And we assured them that we were going to take steps to ensure that they are not taken through any difficult situation. And that is what we did. And we think for now, they are also satisfied that they are able to go about their normal activities. And they are not talking about pressing charges.
I see. As we just hold the line a bit for me, George Kwekwe is president for the Ghana Union of Traders Association of Ghana. Hello, George. George, are you there?
Yep.
Right. So then, no charges will be laid against your members in Swami Magazine, and we're not looking forward to any punitive measures from the police as it stands. How about GUTA itself?
Come again?
I'm asking, what is GUTA going to do about your members who flouted the laws of the land?
GUTA members have not flouted any laws.
I see.
Anything at all. It is the foreigners who have rather flouted the laws. And for that matter, the law enforcement service or the police service should have rather enforced that law rather than asking our people to go and open the shop, or they going forcibly to open the shop for the foreigners. In any case, are they telling us that now if you see somebody in a criminal act, if you could arrest the person, you have to go to the police station to lodge a complaint for the police to come and arrest the person? What about if you come and the person is not there? What happens? So this is just what the police are doing. Instead of being rather apprehending and rather enforcing the Ghana Investment Promotion Center Act, they are rather frustrating the Ghanaians to the extent that, for us, our belief is that they are rather shielding or protecting the foreigners as against their own Ghanaians. And this is where GUTA sometimes have a problem. Because if you say that they have no right, if you say they have no right to go and lock the shops, have the police also not got the right to also tell the foreigners that they are also operating under the illegality? So in this situation, who should have rather direct the cost to? It should have been the foreigners rather than we, the GUTA members. And this thing was done as a spontaneous reaction from the foreigners, because any time that this issue never gets resolved, what they try to, do is to tease the Ghanaians to the extent that, you don't mind, this exercise cannot succeed, because after all, you're big men and everybody's stomach is in our pocket. That is what the foreigners keeps on saying all the time. And so if that is the tip and nothing is done about it, then we also suspect that, yes, those foreigners are rather having some sort of a fair deal from the enforcement agencies rather than the Ghanaians, which of course should not be the case. So when this issue cropped up on Monday, well, we've been communicating with them, but let me say that we commend them for what they did, because if the laws are there and people are not prepared to enforce the law, sometimes that is exactly what happens. Because people's anger can come at any time.
Kill the man's phone line.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes. So what I'm saying is that if laws are there and enforcement are not actually effective, sometimes the people's anger also behave the way we had it in Kumasi. So GUTA is commending the Kumasi people who actually did that, and the police will also be very circumspect in their dealings with the whole with the citizens of this country, rather than, because there's nowhere in the world that a citizen will go and report you and you, the foreigner, will have the upper hand. But in Ghana, it's the other way around. We always have a situation where a Ghanaian being a complainant will at the end of the day become an accused person. And I don't think that will augur well for our democracy.
But George, and which bits of our laws? I mean, for the purpose of education, unfortunately, I have lost ASP Mohammed Tanko over the telephone. I really wanted to find out which bit of the law empowers you to go around and lock up people's shops because you believe they are in retail businesses.
But have you heard that there's a law from the GIPC which also asks foreigners not to?
I agree absolutely, but it does not encourage you as GUTA to go around and lock up people's shops.
It was a spontaneous reaction from the members themselves, because what happened was that these laws are there, and always the enforcement has become a problem. And any time that this issue crops up, you will find officials, oh, we are going to get a task force in place for you to work with. Oh, don't worry, we are going to do that, we are going to do this. So people's trust is no more there in terms of some of these things. That is why the people took the laws in their own hands by going there to react in such a manner. But GUTA, as an organization, commend them for that thing that they did, because that will rather be a wake-up call for the law enforcement agencies, and for that matter, the laws to be enforced properly.
I see, George. Thank you very much for your time. George Kwekufori is national president for GUTA, and he's endorsing what happened at the Swami magazine in Kumasi, where some members of the association, some members of the Swami Spare Parts Dealers Association locked up shops belonging to Nigerian retailers at Swami magazine. When we were able to raise ASP Mohammed Tanko again over the telephone, we would wrap up our conversation as far as security now at Swami magazine, considering these two groups will have to coexist in the same area. I'll be right back. Don't go away.